Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do area of a trapezium and a polygon. Chapter 21, Test Yourself. Page number 251. Question 3. The shape of a garden is rectangular in the middle. So it's rectangular in the middle and semicircular at each end. So two semicircles at each end. Now we have to find the area and perimeter of this full garden. That means to find the area, we have to find the area of the rectangle, find the area of the two semicircles and add it up. Now let's find the area first. To find the area of a rectangle, we need to know the length and the breadth. Now this length 20 meters that is given is for the whole garden. It's not only the length of the rectangle, but it includes the length of the semicircular portion also. So the whole garden's length is 20 meters. That means if we have to find only the length of the rectangle, this is what we need to do. Length of the rectangle will be total length, that is 20 meters, minus this portion. So this portion here is the radius of the semicircle. So here this one radius and here this one radius. So radii of two semicircles. So let's do that. Total length is 20 meters. Now radius of the two semicircles. Here this line that you can see is the diameter. So what is the radius? Half of the diameter, and diameter is 7. So radius will be 7 divided by 2, which is 3.5. So here when we are talking about radius of two semicircles, we are talking about 3.5 meters plus 3.5 meters. So this is equal to 20 minus 7. 20 minus 7 is 13. 13 meters. So we have found the length of the rectangle now. So length of the rectangle is 13 meters. Now what is the breadth of the rectangle? Breadth is already given to us here as 7 meters. So breadth is 7 meters. Now we can find the area of the rectangle by using the formula length into breadth. And length is 13. Breadth is 7. 13 into 7 is 91. And since it's the area, we say meters square. So we have found the area of the rectangle. So this portion we have found. Now we have to find the area of the two semicircles. So to find the area of a circle, the formula is pi r square. So to find the area of the semicircle, it will be pi r square by 2 because it's half of a circle. That means we need to know the radius. So radius of the semicircle will be the diameter, that is 7 divided by 2. 7 divided by 2, so that is 3.5. The radius of the semicircle is 3.5 meters. Now to find the area of one semicircle, that will be pi r squared, which is the area of a full circle. When you divide this by 2, you get a semicircle, the area of a semicircle. So let's substitute. So here pi is 22 by 7. R square is 3.5 into 3.5 divided by 2 means into 1 by 2. So it becomes division because 2 is still down in the denominator. Now cancel. Let's cancel 2 and 22. So 2 into 22, 2 into 11 is 22. I can cancel 7 and 3.5. 7 into 5 is 35. So 7 into 0.5 will give us 3.5. Now we just have to multiply these, and when you multiply, you get 19.25. 19.25. Now this is meters square because this is the area of one semicircle. So only one semicircle is 19.25. So if you have to have 2, you must add up this or multiply this by 2. So now we can find the area of this garden because we know the area of the rectangle and we know the area of one semicircle. So let's say area of the garden will be area of the rectangle plus area of two semicircular regions. So area of the rectangle is 91 meters square. Area of one semicircular region is 19.25 meters square. Now we have to add one more, 19.25 meters square. When you add all this up, you get 129.5 meters square. So we have found the area of the garden. The area of the garden is 129.5 meter square. Now the second part, we have to find the perimeter of the garden. Perimeter means just this border outside. So what does it cover? Length of the rectangle plus the circumference of the semicircle, again length of the rectangle plus the circumference of the semicircle. So two lengths of the rectangle and two circumferences. So that means the length of the rectangle we found out to be 13 meters. Now the perimeter of the rectangle is length of the rectangle plus the circumference of two semicircles plus the length of the rectangle. So length of the rectangle is 13 meters. Now circumference of two semicircles, that means 2 into, now how do we find, what's the formula for circumference of semicircles? Now the formula for circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, isn't it? So this is for a circle. A semicircle is half of it. So that means divided by 2. So here when you cancel, what is left is only pi r. So pi r is the circumference of a circle. Now I have put 2 here because we're talking about two semicircles. Now I can write this formula pi r here. So 2 into pi r will give us this part, circumference of two semicircles. Now I continue and say plus length of the rectangle again plus 13 meters. So this will give us the perimeter of the entire garden. So now let's simplify this part. So that is 13 meters plus, now this will be 2 into 22 by 7 into r, which is the radius, and the radius is 3.5 plus 13 meters. So here, let's see what we can cancel here. I can cancel 7 and 3.5. 7 into 0.5 is 3.5. Now I just have to multiply 2 into 22 and that into 0.5, and all that is equal to 22. So that means 13 meters plus 22 here, that is also meters, plus 13 meters. So here 13 plus 22 plus 13 is equal to 48. And since we have found the perimeter, this is 48 meters. So we have found the perimeter also. So area of the garden we have found to be 125.5 meters and the perimeter of the garden is 48 meters. Question 4. Each side of a rhombus is 13 centimeters. So we have a rhombus here. Each side is 13 centimeters and one of its diagonals is 10 centimeters. So we can take one of the diagonals to be 10 centimeters. We have to find, first question, the length of its other diagonal. So what have we been given? That AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA, and they're all 13 centimeters each. Okay, and then we're also told that one of the diagonals is 10 centimeters. So let's take AC. Let's take AC to be 10 centimeters. So if this is 10 centimeters, this whole thing AC is 10 centimeters. So AC is 10 centimeters. Now we have to find the length of the other diagonal BD. Now we know the diagonals of a rhombus bisect at 90 degrees. As you can see, this diagonal and this diagonal, they have bisected at 90 degrees. Bisecting means dividing this into two equal parts. So if these are two equal parts, this side is 10 centimeters and this side is 5 centimeters and this side is 5. Bisecting in the middle because totally it is 10 centimeters. So as you can see, AO is 5 centimeters and OC is 5 centimeters. So we can say that OA is equal to OC and they are equal to 5 centimeters. Now, we need to apply the Pythagoras theorem in angle COD. Now look at angle COD. This is the angle COD. Now why are we applying the Pythagoras theorem? Now here we know the measurement of this side. That is 13 centimeters. So let's write that down there. So this is 13 centimeters. That is CD is 13 centimeters. OC is 5 centimeters. Now we just need to find OD. If we find OD and then you multiply it by 2, you will get the length of this diagonal BD. So we are going to apply the Pythagoras theorem because this is a right angle triangle. So this triangle, that is triangle COD, is a right triangle. That means the side that is opposite the 90 degrees DC is the hypotenuse. And by applying the Pythagoras theorem, we can find the length of this side. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. So let's write that. Applying that, we can say CD square is equal to OC square plus OD square, and we need to find OD. So now CD square is 13. 13 square is equal to OC is 5 centimeters, that is 5 square, plus OD is what we are going to find out. So OD square. So here to find OD square, we're going to say 13 square minus 5 square. So what does this mean? This means that OD square is equal to 169, which is 13 square, minus 5 square, which is 25. And OD square is equal to 144. Now we can find the value of simply OD by finding the square root of 144. And the square root of 144 is 12. So we have found the length of OD. OD is 12 centimeters. So now let's get back to the figure. So we have found OD. OD is 12. So let's write that there. So OD is 12 centimeters. That means since this is bisected in the middle, OD is equal to OB. So if this is 12 centimeters, this will also be 12 centimeters. So 12 plus 12 will give us the length of this diagonal. So let's write that. So the length of the other diagonal is, that is OD plus OB, which is 12 centimeters plus 12 centimeters. And what is our answer? 24 centimeters. So this is our answer. The length of the other diagonal is 24 centimeters. Now the second part is we have to find the area of this rhombus. So length of one diagonal we know, length of the other diagonal we found out. Now to find the area we have to use the formula half into product of its diagonals. That is 1 by 2 into one diagonal is 10 and the other diagonal is 24. So 2 we can cancel, 2 5s are 10 and multiply 5 into 24, which is 120. So area of the rhombus is 120 centimeter square. So this is our answer. Question 5. The given figure shows a rectangle ABCD. So here we have a rectangle ABCD and a right triangle BOC. So this portion is, this point is OBOC. Question is, find the area of the shaded portion. So this is the shaded portion. We need to find the area. So how do we find the area? First we find the area of the rectangle. Then we find the area of this right triangle. And when you subtract both the areas, you will find the area of only the shaded portion. So first let's find the area of the rectangle. To find the area of the rectangle, we need the length and the breadth because the formula is length into breadth. So length of the rectangle is 20 centimeters. The breadth of the rectangle is 10 centimeters. Let's find the area. Area is length into breadth, and that is 20 into 10. So 20 into 10 is 200. So this is 200 centimeters square. So we have found the area of the rectangle. Now we need to find the area of this right triangle BOC. Now in this right triangle, to find the area, the formula is half base into height. Now the base is OB and we don't know the measurement of OB, but we know the measurement of the height OC, and we also know this measurement. And since this is a right triangle, the side that is opposite to the 90 degree, the right angle, is the hypotenuse. So BC is the hypotenuse and OC is the height with the help of these, we can find the base by applying the Pythagoras theorem. So let's write what we have. So in triangle BOC, the hypotenuse BC is 10 centimeters. Then we have the height. The height is 8 centimeters. Now the base OB is what we need to find out. So now we're going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. When you apply this Pythagoras theorem in this right triangle BOC, we say that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the sum of the other two sides. So let's do that, applying that. So here the square of the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is BC. The square of this is equal to the square of the other two sides, that is OB square plus OC square. Let's substitute. Now BC we've already been given. BC is 10 centimeters, so this is 10 square. This is equal to OB. We don't know, so we're leaving it as OB square plus OC, which is 8. So 8 square. So here we have 10 square is 100, which is equal to OB square plus 8 square is 64. So now we can find the value of OB square. We can say that is 100 minus 64. 100 minus 64, which is 36. So OB square is 36. So OB is equal to the square root of 36, which is equal to 6. That means we have found OB, and OB is the base. Here we said OB is the base. So the base is 6 centimeters. So now that we have found the base and we have the height, we can apply the formula to find the area of the triangle. And what is the formula? Half into base into height. So let's write that. So half into base, and base is OB, which we found out now to be 6, and height is 8. Now let's cancel. 2 3s are 6. Nothing more to cancel. So 3 8s are 24. So we have found the area of the triangle 24 centimeters square. So as you can see, we have found the area of the rectangle 200 centimeters square. We found the area of the triangle 24 centimeters square. If we subtract these two, we will get the area of the shaded portion. So area of the rectangle is 200 centimeters square, and the area of the triangle is 24 centimeters square. Now to find the area of the shaded portion, we say area of the rectangle minus the area of the triangle. That is 200 centimeters square minus 24 centimeters square. So subtract 224 and your answer is 176 centimeters square. So this is the area of the shaded portion. Question 6, first one. Find the area of the circle whose circumference is 264 centimeters. To find the area of a circle, the formula is pi r square. That means we need to know the value of r, that is the radius of the circle. And that measurement is not given, but we are given circumference. So from that we can find the radius. And once we find the radius, we can apply the formula and find the area. So let's begin by saying circumference of a circle is 264 centimeters. Now what is the formula to find the circumference of a circle? The formula is 2 pi r, and that is equal to 264 centimeters. Now let's continue with this. 2 pi r means 2 into 22 by 7 into r, and that is equal to 264. So 2 into 22 is 44. 44 by 7 into r is 264. Now we can find the value of r. R is equal to 264 divided by 44 by 7, or r is equal to 264 into 7 by 44, the reciprocal. Now we can cancel 44 and 264. 44 into 6 is 264. Now multiply 6 sevens are 42. So now we have found r, and radius is equal to 42. So radius is now 42 centimeters. Now we can find the area. The area of the circle is pi r square. That means 22 by 7 into r is 42. R square means 42 into 42. Now let's cancel. 7 sixes are 42. Now we just have to multiply 22 into 6 and that into 42. When you multiply, you will get 5,544. So this is the area of the circle, 5,544 centimeter square. So we have found the area and this is our answer, 5,544 centimeters square. Now, second question, find the circumference this time and the area is given to us. Again, to find the circumference, the formula is 2 by r. That means we need to know the value of r. So let's make use of this. So, area of a circle is pi r square and the area is given to us 1386 centimeters square. Okay, so centimeter square is equal to pi r square, that is 22 by 7 into r square. Now to find the value of r square we say is equal to 1386 divided by 22 by 7. That is r square is equal to 1386 into 7 by 22. Now we can cancel 22 and 1386, 22 ones, and this will be 22 into 63. Now let's multiply 63 into 7. So r square is equal to 63 into 7, which is 441. So if r square is 441, what will the value of r be? R is equal to the square root of 441. And what is the square root of 441? 21. That means 21 into 21 is 441. So we have found the radius. The radius is 21 centimeters. Now we can find the circumference. The circumference of the circle equals 2 pi r, and that is equal to 2 into 22 by 7 into 21. We can cancel 7 and 21. 7 threes are 21. Now multiply 2 into 22 is 44. 44 into 3 is 132. 132. That means the circumference of the circle is 132 centimeters. So this is our final answer. We will stop with this for now. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.